nothing in this physical world, no tangible thing will convince us otherwise. Once you're in your true divinity, once you're in your true, anchored in your true divine feminine on this journey, nothing. Your masculine can be moving across the world, can be freaking getting married to someone else, can be having a child with someone else, can be sleeping around on a daily basis, can be not sending you a single message for years on end. Nothing will make you believe that he is not the other part of your soul, and that union is not part of your highest, most aligned timeline. Okay? But it's not easy to get there. Our ego constantly convinces us otherwise, because ego belongs to the physical world. So nothing that is outside of it, it won't believe. But until you lose it, until you release it, you're never going to be in your divinity, because of everything that I've explained to you. True purpose of divine feminine is to be the oracle, to teach people what is unseen and impossible to be understood, watching. I'm hearing something specific with this one, and maybe it's important. Maybe your masculine, despite everything, still watches you online. I'm hearing a couple of things. In the physical world, our masculines, we're each other's greatest students and teachers, right? Our souls always remember. So sometimes we do things that we're guided to do. Our soul pushes us to do it, whether it's a simple word that we say, it's a gesture, it's something that we post online, it's a message that we send to this person, right? Sometimes we don't even understand why we do it, but we're guided to do this, right? Because our souls are always connected and always in communication with each other. So in the physical right now, what has to happen is that this person is seeing someone else, that there is a third party, they're entering this, this relationship that seems like it's something tangible and real. And you are asked to continue to believe. But maybe their soul knows that on some level they have to help you. So they are trying to, maybe they're still watching you on social media, which confuses you, makes you feel like you're with this girl or you're interested in me. Maybe they're posting certain things that link back to you. So quotes, maybe quotes that you said to them, books that you bought them, songs that were your songs, whatever that is. I feel like there's something in the background that is making you believe even in this tangible world. And it's coming to my mind sometimes, a specific example, so I want to share it so you understand what I'm trying to say. Let's say we're not speaking to each other, or we know this person is with someone else. Sometimes we just receive this download, right? And you want to send this message, and it's like through social media or through text message, and it's different than everything. It's just like a message that you send. I just wanted to connect to you. I'm thinking of you. You don't have to respond, right? And it comes to you and you do it, and you don't know why you've done that. And maybe it was exactly the moment when this person was losing faith, when this person was needing you, right? That's what I'm hearing, and my ears are blocking. This reading is just absolutely insane. I feel like this is a powerful collective. You're going to be one powerful divine feminine. If you power through this, if you heal, if despite the fact that everything is happening, and I remember a couple of readings for this collective, if you raise from it, girl, you rule this world. You'll be the oracle. How can we be oracles if for our own journey we haven't had blind faith in something that's going to happen, right? Do you know what I mean? All right. This may be a long reading because I really want to help you, support you, give you the messages that you need. I want to do a couple of these, and then I want to do tarot. Maybe we'll do this one. I'm thinking, should we do how does your masculine feel about you? We'll do that maybe in last part. In this part, I want to do your energy and guidance for you, okay? And then we're going to do how your masculine really feels about you. Message for you. Sorry. My ears are blocking. Gratitude. Many feminists go down the road. I don't want it. It's horrible. Yes, it's painful. It's painful. It's painful going through, and it all happens at once. And one day it will come to your masculine too. But as we awaken to this journey, we go through Kundalini awakening, for activations of psychic gift. Everything that we believed in stop making sense. We have to experience our masculine rejecting us, avoiding us, running away from us. We know that he's connecting to other women, whether that's through physical, actual, we see it with our own eyes, we're guided to go to a place where we're going to see it without them even knowing, or we're having visions, dreams. It's painful, but it's the greatest gift. It's a privilege. It's an honor to walk this path. Don't fall down the ego road of being ungrateful. For think about this, a fraction of a percent of souls get to experience that. It's a beautiful journey. It's a magical journey. Have courage. Have courage to walk that journey. Have courage to walk that path. It will all get better, I promise you. Trust! Trust. Trust, you need to trust. Trust your heart, not your mind, not these eyes. Close your eyes. Feel into that eye. Feel into your heart. How does it feel? To feel into the energy of this person. Don't think about what the ego is doing. The ego is lost. The ego has to embark on a quest for this matrix. It's his part of the journey, right? He's going to be connecting to many women. He's going to be going through many tower moments. He's going to be making many, I don't want to call them mistakes, they're lessons. But when you think of his energy, you close your eyes and you look for your heart. Trust that. Happiness and abundance. Happiness and abundance. This is your path. And I feel like, you guys, this is like we have two parts, we have one and we have two, okay? Right now you have to have courage and you have to have gratitude. You have to find this within you, okay? We have to practice, push yourself to be grateful, push yourself to have courage to move forth. Trust is what separates you from your highest most aligned timeline. If you step into the frequency of trust, happiness is abundance, is all that awaits you. You just need to trust. And on this journey, we start from a place of our ego. And the soul starts to powerful. We have moments of visions, of feeling, intuitive feelings. We start to awaken, right? But it's like, it's still like the ego. But then we start to move more to the level of the soul, But every now and then, still, sometimes even years on this journey, there's this doubt, there's this ego. Like, does it really? He hasn't spoken to you in 2 years. He hasn't really cared for you for this amount of time. Maybe he's already forgotten. Maybe this and that. He's with someone else. You just had that vision, right? Is the ego is trying to run. No, I trust. And the day will come, like I said, nothing you could do for my guy. It will get better. All right, let's do your energy. Hold on, I'm going to move them aside. What's the energy of this collective, but what they want, what they need to work on, what they need to focus on. My ears are blocking like crazy. Maybe you experience that. Sometimes it happens in the beginning of the journey, especially when our clairaudience is going to be something that's going to be very pronounced, right? So if you are meant to have a very strong clairaudience and hear messages through, right? So hear your guides, and you're being activated as a medium as well. Your ears are gonna be blocking. They're gonna be sort of a leveling, and you're gonna start hearing that ringing in your ears permanently. And I don't want to scare you, but it stays. If we're truly meant to be the hearers, right? The clairaudience is very strong. We hear that ringing all the time. We're sort of tapping into a different dimension constantly. I don't want to confuse you right now. It's complicated, but maybe you're experiencing some of these symptoms. You're starting hearing things. I have that owl at the bottom of my other deck. 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups. I feel it's winter time of your heart. I'm hearing she is here. It's winter time in northern hemisphere right now, and she's sitting in this very wintry sort of a. I feel that the key message right now for this collective is trust. You are being shown everything in the physical world, that it's not going to work out, that it's not going to happen, that he's choosing something else, someone else. Oftentimes we resist these things and like, oh, please don't let him be with someone else, don't let him go and like stick his finger in different pies, right? But sometimes it has to happen. Sometimes it speeds things up because they learn their karmic lessons in a harsh way through a karmic connection. So trust your guides, trust his oversoul, trust your connection, trust in your path, focus on you, because right now this collective, you're very confused, and I feel that you are being tempted. So there's a reason I've mentioned this to you guys. Maybe you are watching a lot of content about twin flames, even looking for information. Don't do that. And I'm not just saying, if you watch me, you know, and if you don't know, I truly don't care, right? But the part of my path is to help others. I've been on this journey. I've suffered on this journey. And everything that I know, I've literally left for you on this free masterclass that you have. So much content that I've made. I'm available for you guys on sessions as well. So you don't have to go through this with such a deep and profound pain as I have. This is why I try so hard to explain this to you so you understand, to give you faith, to give you, right? Because I had a lot of support on this journey as well. I had an amazing shadow worker, an amazing healer. I had amazing spirit team on this journey. But there were certain concepts that it seemed like no one can really help me to understand, and why right? And I was praying for my own downloads. I couldn't make it make sense. And I'm ruled by air, right? So I'm a very mind kind of a person. This is why now one of my missions is that I switch that mind, to use that mind to help you understand. I introduce a lot of elements of like, I talk to you guys about that. It even makes sense if you think about it, right? So use these tools, educate yourself from reliable sources that give you hope, that help you trust, that make you feel better. There's so much confusion and there's so much misinformation. You're very confused right now. You're very sad. Your energy is it's this resignation. Sorry. Trust. Ace of Swords, you guys, change of mindset. The mind, maybe you're also ruled like I am. Maybe you're also ruled by air. Maybe this is why this is happening to you. Because your biggest blocker on this journey is your mind. Your logic mind. Your logic mind is telling you, everyone is saying that you have to let go. Your logic mind is telling you that he is now happy with another woman. Your logic mind is telling you that he doesn't want it. You have to listen to your heart. This is your tool. This is not something that rules and leads the way. But there's something that's coming to my mind, and I sometimes share it with my feminists on a journey that cannot. I do tower moment. I do have a episode about how to survive separation, but there's one thing that I'm hearing that I should share with you guys. People believe that we have soulmates, right? And it's true. Every person on this earth, on their highest, most aligned timeline, there is always a soulmate for all of us. If we walk the path of alignment, sooner or later we'll be aligned with that soulmate. And sometimes certain things have to happen, because I always explain this to you guys. You have to vibrate on the same frequency that your highest timeline and that soulmate as well. We don't always get there in the same time. Things have to happen, right? So you've never met that soulmate. Let's say you're a normal person. You've never met that soulmate. You believe you have that soulmate. And right now, maybe you have just got out of a serious relationship. Maybe your soulmate is still in a karmic relationship, but you don't know each other. You trust that one day you're going to meet each other. Separation is same. It's just that you've already met this person. You've already met. There is no who my soulmate's going to be, when we're going to meet, how it's going to happen. You already know. You know the name, you know the address, you know that it's going to be him. And it makes that journey of wait, right, a little bit more difficult, because knowing that this person is this person, but that they're not yet ready and you're not yet ready and you have to embark on your separate journeys, it's heartbreaking, especially that this connection is incredibly strong. But it happens that way to build trust within both of us. Trust in our path, trust in our greatness, trust in our gifts, trust in our love. Trust. Those ears are so annoying. I'm so sorry. I do that because I can't even hear myself. 8 of Wands. I'm hearing a few things with this, because this is your energy. We're doing your energy with guidance, right? It's like you are still in this urgency. You want things now. You don't understand why they cannot happen now, and it's okay. You don't have to understand anything. The journey of spirituality also teaches us that we don't have to have all the answers, but we just have to trust. And I'm also hearing your life can change in one day. So maybe you're thinking to yourself that the fact that this person, and there's a reason I said to you that we're always given. I'm going to share a little bit of a private story. I rarely do that, but I will share that with you. In my journey of separation, I never had to know that my counterpart was connecting permanently in a sense, girlfriend, dating someone, right, living with someone, to another woman. Okay? My path was the other path, the Casanova path. So the reason that is because to me, it would change nothing. Obviously, it will be painful to find out that he's like somewhere out there getting married, right? Or dating someone or living with someone. It would be very painful. But to me, I was in such deep trust in that area, right? That I would think, temporary, maybe it has to happen, right? It's always painful. It's always painful to know that his ego, his body, his time, his energy is embracing another woman. It's horrible, right? But it wouldn't break my trust. To me, what was breaking my trust was a very long silence with zero, nothing. No message, no woo from far, right? Very long. Because some masculines, they check in separation, right? So the reason I'm saying this to you is that this is designed exactly to break you. It means that to you, you're probably thinking that it's prolonging your journey. You're probably thinking that the fact that he is starting a relationship with another woman means that it's going to be years. But they wanting you to understand that everything is going according to plan. Your life can change within a day. What he's doing cannot be your focus. And we're also given exactly what we need to finally, because this collective, you're not yet in separation even. And it's difficult for some feminines to embark on a journey of separation. So we get exactly what we need to do that. For some of us, our masculines, they literally move across the globe. So we stop seeing them and being in that in and out. For some of them, they get into a relationship, right? For some of us, they completely disappeared. Not even a single message for years on end, because if we're in so much longing that if it wasn't a divinely orchestrated situation, we would never get out of this in and out. And we have to go to full separation, because as a feminine, we will never heal in and out. And I've explained this in my masterclass as well. You're the air that I breathe. I'm hearing that song. You're the one that I need, and I wanna thank you, baby. Who sings that song? I feel like it's some sort of a 90s. Woo! 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 Hold on. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you have to be strong. You have to have courage. You have to be fierce. You have to find your fire within, your femininity within. King of Wands. Death. Transformation. I feel, again, there is a lot of confusion. You need this courage, this collective courage, trust, and gratitude. Those are those three things: courage, trust, and gratitude. I'm going to put them on screen of this reading, because there's part of you that feels like we're so good together. That's probably what you think. We're so good together. It makes so much sense. I don't see this, I don't feel this energy when he's with her, and why is he doing this? You don't have to know the why. Trust. No divine union will ever happen if a divine feminine doesn't trust in her divine masculine. Yes, he's ruled by ego right now, but his soul knows what he's doing. There's a karmic path that he needs to embark on. And that path is something, it just came to my mind. I know you're not going to believe me, and it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but this journey is, if you're not on a journey, this whole reading would not make sense to you, absolutely. But he's doing it for you. He's doing it for you. In the beginning, how they hurt us, they do it for us, because we're in so much longing and so much anxiety that we would never walk away and walk our path to find our divinity. So they do exactly what we need. They disappear, they ghost, they hurt us, they run to other women. They do exactly what they promised, that with pain as a soul, they promised that they would do this to us. So we freaking remember who we are. Right now, you were thinking that you're not together because he's wounded and he's afraid of commitment. And yeah, maybe that's true on some level, but why would you care what are his problems? Focus on yours. Focus on yours, on your path, on your healing. You are going through a transformation, and a transformation of a mind, right? And the reason you're going to go through this is because he pushed you on this journey through the actions that he's subconsciously taken. I feel like I've talked about this, the Emperor, your leader. I feel like I've talked about this in one of the readings, that sometimes or maybe on my stories, that sometimes things happen on this journey or in our lives that we feel like we're being put on a crossroad. Right? I feel like this is what you feel, this collective right now, that You're either gonna let go because he's moved in a different direction, or what do you do with yourself right now? It's not a moment of crossroads. You're in a straight path towards alignment. It's just that something happened that was destined, that needed to happen, that needed to be. Okay. You have to trust. You have to heal. You have to walk your path of solitude right now to find your divinity. It's not a crossroads. Everything is going according to plan. All right? All right. I'm glad we figured that out. Now, I want to do final ones. What do they want you to focus on? What do they want you to activate within? And then we're going to do your masculine. Trust. Freaking trust. Woo! That is powerful. A lot of healer cards. Fear at the bottom of the deck. Fear not, my child. Hawk. Hawk is a messenger of God. Hawk sees the big picture, the small picture. Hawk is... this is divinity. This is connection to the divine. This is understanding the messages, seeing beyond. You're very much in your logical mind right now. You have to start, you are being activated on some level. I'm hearing that. It's with that clear audience, right? But you have to brain freeze. You have to trust in those signs. Whatever you're receiving from the divine. And I'm hearing, it's going to be a bit of a cliche, but maybe you watched and you liked Games of Thrones, but I'm literally hearing winter is coming. Winter's coming. Maybe it just came to my mind. Maybe your divine looks a little bit like what's the name of this actor? Jon Snow. A little curly, darker hair. I just heard, but taller. Yowza! One lucky girl. But winter is coming. Winter is coming. You have to go into your cave. You have to go into the hiding. You have to go into hermit. You have to heal. You have to survive the winter. It ain't going to be easy. No one said it would be. This journey is hard. We have the whale. The whale is a true healer. The whale goes deep in search of truth. I'm feeling guided to read through this whale to you, but those are very true healers, real healers. And I always say this to you guys, we have different journeys. There's a lot of beautiful healers that are beautiful healers, Reiki healers, yoga masters, but some healers are the healers with the capacity to walk Christ consciousness, with ascended masters in your lineage. The healer. The crow. There's a reason I was talking about the third eye and the witch's eye. The one that sees the past, present, and future. The seer. Let's find that well. Hold on. Desire to delve deeper. You have to go deeper. Without our masculine walking away from us, okay, abandoning us, rejecting us, choosing other women, disappearing, we would never be able to go deeper. Profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression and traversing difficult terrain. As they have overcome many challenges in their lives, these experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. I just came to my mind, maybe you're ruled by water as well. I mentioned air, I remember that, but maybe water is also strong, or your water sign. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkness. You are a beacon in